I got it. I think. It wants to be a little bit lower than the
Okay.
But you know.
Okay. Erev Tov, everyone. Parsha begins that the Rabboni Shalom tells Moshe, Shlach lecho anoshim, send great people, v'yosuru eretz Canaan, and they will investigate the land of Canaan that I'm going to give to the Jewish people. So from our parsha, we would say, we don't look at the commentaries, we'd say that the Rabboni Shalom is the one that told them to send spies. So then the question arises, why should the Rabboni Shalom ensnare the Jewish people in such a project that he tells them to send spies, and in the end it turns out that because of the spies, there's a plague amongst the Jewish people, and eventually the Jewish people don't go there, that generation never goes there, it's Israel. Now in Chumash Dvorim, the story is repeated, but from a different angle. There Moshe says, "Atikravu nelai kulchem," you came, the people sent a committee, you all came, and you wanted to send the spies, and I, so to speak, had no choice but to agree. So that's not the story that we see here in Parsha Shlach. So Rashi already gives us an insight as to what happened here. If you look at the words of the Torah, Shlach lecho anoshim. What's the word lecho doing there? It should just say Shlach anoshim. So Rashi points out that the word lecho is that the Rabboni Shalom gave Moshe the option. Ani enenu mitzaveh otcho. I am not commanding you to do anything. You want to send, send. You don't want to send, don't send. It's up to you. So we see from here that many times in life, the basic decisions which affect generations are really the option of the people. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't have to send. He could have told them no. So you'll say Moshe was confident that they were going to bring a good report. All of that is true. But all of this parsha is really the option of Moshe, what he wants to do here. which I think helps us understand later in Parshas Chukas. We will all read of the fact that Moshe Rabbeinu strikes the rock to extract water, and then he is told that he's not going to go there. It's Yan lo amantem bi lahagdisheni. You didn't believe in me to make my name great in the world. So people will think that there's a magical power in your staff or in the rock or in hitting the rock. So therefore you're not going there. It's a all the Meforshim dwell on this, and they say, why the punishment doesn't fit the crime. The sin is what? That he hit the rock. So what does Eretz Yisrael got to do with that? So there's an insight here that I heard yet when I was in the yeshiva, though I haven't seen it written. Moshe Rabbeinu had the option to send the Meraglim or not to send the Meraglim. He chose to send them. Out of that choice came the disaster that the Dor HaMidbar was not going to go there to Israel. So the Yan lo ha'amantem bi lahagdisheni doesn't only go on the story in Parshas Chukas of smiting the rock. It goes back here to the Meraglim. Why did you send them? You didn't believe me. You didn't tell the Jewish people, Rabbeinu Shalom gives us Eretz Yisrael, you don't have to investigate. You don't have to look further. So that would have been a Kiddush Hashem. And lo ha'amantem bi lahagdisheni, you didn't believe in that. To make that Kiddush Hashem, you chose the option of sending the spies. Sending the spies equals not going to Eretz Yisrael, because that's what happened. So then that's Moshe's punishment. Is Mida Keneged Mida. You're not going to Eretz Yisrael either, because you're the one, so to speak, that caused that the Dor HaMidbar should go, because you had the option not to send them. You could have said, I'm not sending them. So that's what Rashi means when he says the word lecha. The Rabbeinu Shalom said, it's up to you, Moshe. I give you the option. Send or don't send. He chose to send. Out of that choice, there flowed events that the Jewish people wouldn't go to Eretz Yisrael. So later on, the Rabbeinu Shalom reprimands him. Yan lo ha'amantem bi lahagdisheni. You didn't believe in me. Not only now by the rock, that you smote the rock instead of speaking to it, as I told you, but all the way back to the Meraglim. You could have caused the Kiddush Hashem and you didn't. You picked the wrong option. And therefore, that's why Moshe's punishment fits, so to speak, the deed. because of the fact that he caused the Jewish people not to go to Eretz Israel, which is the story of the Meraglim. And therefore his punishment is that he's not going to go to Eretz Israel either, because he is, so to speak, part of the cause, but the entire Dor HaMidbar didn't go to Eretz Israel. All of this is based on the fact that it says L'cha. That's the only way to reconcile the two stories, the one here in Bamidbar and the one in Dvorim, because otherwise it looks like they're contradictory. But it also teaches us, as Rashi always points out, that every letter and certainly every word in the Torah comes to teach us something. So if it would have said Shlach Anoshim, that's one thing. But it said Shlach Lecho Anoshim. Since it said that, then it's obvious that Moshe had an option. Once a person has an option and chooses to do something, so then consequences flow from whatever the choice is. The choice is free will. Do it or don't do it. But the consequences, once the choice is made, that already not dependent on what the person intended, but it's dependent upon what flows from the actions of a person. Rabbi Chananya ben Akash Omer Ratzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'Zakos Es Yisrael L'Ficha Chirbo Lohem Torah Mitzvos Shenemar Anoich Hafeik Saman Sitko Yagdil Torah